Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
The Jeff Fox Show, brought to you by Remix Sports Media.
What up, everybody? This is Jeff Fox from The Jeff Fox Show. I want to invite you to a real Bahamian party. A great place that you can get the island food that I'm talking about as fish fry right here in beautiful Miami. Come to the backyard. Yeah, that's right. It's east of Miami, the backyard, where you can get that real fried fish, fried conch, grilled conch, any kind of way you want it, they will do it for you. Lobster, fish, chicken in the bag, shrimp, all kinds of great island eats right here in Miami Gardens and east of Miami. It's the Bahamian thing. Niceness. Pull up on east of Miami. Check out TJ and Cindy at east of Miami for the best Bahamian food, best fish, the best chicken, the best conch, the best stewed fish. All right, they've got it all. Island food, 18014 Northwest 6th Place in Miami Gardens. I'm talking about the real deal, not the fake stuff. This is real Bahamians making real Bahamian food. In the backyard, come on and check out the vibes. East of Miami, 18014 Northwest 6th Place in Miami Gardens. Tell my man TJ Jeff Fox sent you. You heard it first right here on the Jeff Fox Show.
Did somebody just hit you and ran off? Here's what to do after a hit and run accident. First off, don't chase them. Stay calm and call 911. Second, take photos of everything. Your car, the damages, the scene, and look for cameras and bystanders nearby. Third, see a doctor within 14 days. Even if you feel fine, most injuries don't show up after a hit and run. It typically takes a couple of weeks. So this can really cost you if you don't take care of it right now. And most importantly, call 305-800-PAIN. We'll walk you through what to do next and to help you get the care and compensation that you need after this accident. Even when the other driver runs, you're not alone. We're here for you.
What's up, everybody? This is Jeff Fox from the Jeff Fox Show. And let me tell you, Miami sports team just got a serious boost. Remix Sports Media and 305-800-PAIN are bringing you closer to the action than ever. What's happening, y'all? Yeah. Yeah. So whatever Wednesday, welcome to the show. We are on at a very weird time. Very weird time. And I'll wear the clown's hat for that. The other guys maybe here, maybe checking in momentarily here on the show. As you saw by the title, we got to save the Dolphins, man. Something has to happen. Save the Dolphins on this Wednesday here on the Jeff Fox Show. We're going to get into that and a couple of things, just a couple of things we're going to get into on this rainy Wednesday right here on the Jeff Fox Show. Fitz Davis and Jenny Jones. They may. Well, I know Fitz just texted me, so he should be along shortly, and we'll get into those things. But yeah, middle of the week, man, and I'm still feeling good about my Raiders. It was on and popping for my Raiders. I feel good about them still, but I'm going to stop talking about them now. I've been bragging too much. But we're going to see if we can fix your Miami Dolphins. How about that? Can we save the Dolphins? Can we save the Dolphins? That is the issue. And I don't know, man. Like, I really feel bad that by the way, the rain's coming out real bad. So hopefully it doesn't affect our streaming on the internet. But I just don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if we can save the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins may have to do some drastic changes. And I was telling my son, the number one Miami Dolphin fan, that I see you guys coming out on top this weekend against the New England Patriots. Can they turn it around? They have to. This is the game. You don't have all season. This is the game. This is the game for Mike McDaniel. This is the game for Tua Tagovailoa, or as they call him, Tua Turnover in these parts, you know. You're going to have to do something. This is the prove it game. Because people are mad. People are big mad. People are mad. 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 You know, and this ain't the only city. You know what I mean? It feels great to win. When you win, everybody's happy. When you lose, all bets are off. And the Miami Dolphins, they've been losers, man. They've been losers, and everybody's mad. They've been losers, and everyone. And I don't think they're gonna wait till Thanksgiving Day. Stephen Ross may be forced to do something. He may be forced to do something. You know, the Dolphins were the talk of the league this week. The talk of the league. Not the surprise teams and not the good news in Pittsburgh. The good news in Green Bay, everybody's talking about the bad news Bears based off that Monday night performance, and the bad news Dolphins. And somebody on the show, namely me, was saying, well, maybe the Dolphins won't be that bad. Maybe the Dolphins will surprise folks. No. Dolphins are that bad.
You know, Devin, I've been saying I wasn't sure of many things going into the season. One thing I was sure of is the Dolphins were going to struggle because I don't think this talk, because it's just talk. It's not action. It's talk. We're going to talk. Well, we're going to change the culture. We're going to do this. And it never changes. We're going to do all these things, and it never changes. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. It's like the guys, I'm going to go to the gym every single day starting tomorrow, and I'm going to talk about it. And then the alarm goes off, and they don't go to the gym, right? It's just talk. And I feel like with the Dolphins, it's just talk and talk and talk, and they never get any better. And you throw on top of that, getting your ass kicked right out of the gates in an ugly fashion, the worst loss of the weekend. Good luck coming back from that.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. I don't know where to start, man. And they're all blaming Mike McDaniel. They're all saying, Mike McDaniel, you know, it's your fault. Nobody respects you. Your players don't respect you. You're too much of a nice guy. And we got to get some more results. We got to get better results. Dolphins do the same thing every year. Every year, the fan base gets up for you. They believe in you. And every year you break their hearts. Man, that's tough. That's tough. And I agree with Aqib Talib. Maybe if the Dolphins don't win this weekend, bro, it could be
Off
over.
the field stuff, hey, That's your off the field stuff. I judge guys by what they do on the field, what type of guy they are in the locker room, and Tyreek still got the juice. In my opinion, he could roll out the bed and get you 1,000 yards, 7, 8 touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's him blowing up the Dolphins. That's the quarterback situation, if you ask me. He already got a chip, but man, his career been so good, it deserves a good ending. I would love to see him go home, back to the Chiefs. Miami, just blow that thing up, man. Get y'all a bunch of draft picks, start this rebuild process while you got guys like Tyreek. Yeah. I don't know if the Chiefs can afford him, but you give him the right amount of draft picks, the Dolphins will eat some of that salary cap.
But Keith, how long before what they're doing off the field affects on the field?
Every team got their off the field stuff. You know what I'm saying? I had off the field stuff. I got in trouble for some type of shooting every offseason. Damn, shooting situation every offseason.
Keep the lead, man. He was a beast on the field and he was a menace off it. But he was spitting truth right there, man. Maybe it's time for the Miami Dolphins to blow this whole shit up. Maybe it's time to blow the whole thing up. Stop making empty promises. Just blow it up. Blow it up. Yeah, just blow it up, man. Dolphin fans are tired, man. It's like an abusive relationship. Like you beat the hell out of them, then, you tell them you're sorry, didn't mean to do it. And they believe in you again, and they come right back to next season, and they buy all your material, and they sing that stupid song, and they go into the stadium and give you all their money, and this is what they get. This is what they get. So right now, there's a fan revolt in 2 American cities about their football teams, maybe 3, but there's a serious revolt in Miami, in Dallas, even though they felt like they got a little bit of hope based on the performance of the Cowboys in game 1, but really Miami and Chicago. Based on, and I fell asleep on Monday Night Football. I fell asleep. The Bears were up, I think, 17-6 or something. I thought the game was over. I didn't see J.J. McCarthy doing what he did. But yeah, the Dolphins can't get out of their own way, man. You know what? Big games on Sunday. Jalen Ramsey. Remember him? Jalen Ramsey. Big game. Jonnu Smith. Remember him? Yeah.
What? What the heck is that?
Yeah. You got to save the Dolphins, man.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, we got to save the Dolphins, man. I'm running out of ideas. I'll take suggestions.
Jeff, thank you for the opportunity again to commiserate with you. I enjoy it each time I'm online.
Yes, sir.
Jeff, but to talk about the Dolphins, and I think with our folks that listening to us, Magic City, and they made something happened about a year ago, Jeff. I think that really impacted the Dolphins. Remember Christian Wilkins, the defensive line?
Yep.
Wasn't he one of the anchors on the defensive line for them, and they let him go? Now, he did get in trouble where something happened. He tried to kiss somebody on the head.
Yeah, in the Raiders camp.
Yeah, and they let him go before this season.
Yeah.
But he was a solid player for the Dolphins. And just tell me if I'm wrong.
Answer, though. He's not the answer.
No, but what did they replace him with, though?
The Dolphins front 7. I don't know why they got pushed around on Sunday, but they did.
They did.
I'll be honest. I was busy watching the Raiders.
Of course you.
I was busy watching the Raiders, but I I don't know, man. The Dolphins just are not physical. Everybody around the NFL thinks that when they see the Dolphins coming, they have those pretty white uniforms on. You know, they don't fear the Dolphins. You
And
know,
they wear this kind of light blue I'm wearing, right?
yeah,
Got
it gives off baby shower vibes. You know, it gives off powder puff. Just it ain't working.
Mhm.
It ain't working, man.
No, no, Jeff, I think perception becomes reality.
Yep.
And we have been watching this team. And I remember a couple years ago, they kept saying they're very good against average teams, but when they play a team that was 500 or better, they had a losing record. Remember that a couple years ago when I think they
Yeah.
scored 70 in the first game? That reality has pretty much been going through last season too. It's like when they play tough physical teams, Dolphins
Mhm.
have trouble. But if you get them in a flag football game, there's nobody better.
This is the NFL. It's the NFL. Like, and they're saying like the Dolphin place when they leave Miami, like Jalen Ramsey, he leaves being critical of the coach, of the
Hmm.
culture, of the environment around practices, saying, they're playing music and everybody's having a jolly good old time. And they all love each other. That's what they're saying. Nobody's all business in camp. Something's wrong with this team, man.
Is it possible McDaniel is probably a better OC than he is a HC? Could that be it?
Probably, probably. I don't know if he's the problem. I don't know if Tua's the problem. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But yeah, Rodney
You,
just said it. The organization, everybody thinks this team is soft. And that's
perception's
because
reality.
when you go play the Baltimore Ravens, right? Even though they gave up a ton of points on Sunday night during the debacle against Buffalo, but you're in for a rock'em sock'em football game. It's gonna be physical. Some butts are
Well,
gonna get busted when you play the
well,
Ravens.
let's back up to your favorite team about perception and reality. Back in the 70s and 80s, I know this is going back to fine, but
Hmm.
when you played the silver and black, you knew whomever was quarterback, and even they had different coaches. They went through a couple, two or three different coaches. You knew you were going to be in for it that day against the Raiders.
Yeah,
And when you went to the Raiders as a draft pick or a trade, you knew if you played for them, you had to be physical, intimidating. And I think the same thing ran with the Steelers too. I
yep,
think if you fast forward that now to the 2020 with this particular coaching staff and organization, I don't, and you just said it. When players leave, it's kind of like, wow, I got out of the country club. But it
yeah.
sounds like that's what's happening now, and it's part of the Dolphins' DNA. And they're going to have to extricate themselves from it some kind of way, Jeff, before they can move forward. How do they have to take a step back to go forward? Sometimes you gotta go back to go forward, and that might be
I,
them.
I think I think the Mike McDaniel experiment got off to a great start, but it has
Mhm.
failed. It's failed.
Mhm.
Tyreek Hill came in, had a great first season, became the best receiver in the NFL. It was all glitz and glamour, and they were just running by everybody like the cartoon, the
Mhm.
Road Runner. me. That was the Dolphins.
He almost had a 2,000 yard season, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, almost 2,000. Yep.
They
Mhm.
were running by everybody. And I was like, oh my God, the Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl. This is the
And
year. This
and
is what
Jeff,
people that's waited for. And then they went to Buffalo. And then they went to Buffalo because they beat Baltimore.
mhm.
They went to Buffalo late in the season. And like Magic City says, it happens every time. It happens every time.
And Jeff, I think what's amazing about the NFL, Magic City, and even with Rodney, teams make adjustments over the offseason,
Mm-hmm.
even in your division, specifically in your division. When the Dolphins were running over everybody with that year, I think he got like 1,800 yards when Tyreek Hill went crazy.
That was
You
Mike McDaniel's first year, right? They
yeah,
brought him.
right. He just went crazy. He was having like 20 yards a catch. He was doing highlight reel stuff. You had to think the Patriots, the Jets, and Buffalo were going to make some adjustments. So this was not going to happen. And in the AFC as well.
Yep.
And Tyreek has been complaining about for the last year and a half, hasn't
Yep. Something very similar is going on in Chicago as well. Very similar going on with the Bears, but we don't care about the Bears. That's their problem. I want suggestions on what you think the Miami Dolphins need to do to fix, number one, fix this perception that this team is soft. Soft. Fix that perception. And is it time to blow it up? Is it time to blow it up?
I'm with you on the latter. Blow it up from an executive level, from the general manager, president to the coach. They've got to change at the top of the organization how they view the team, how they want to build the team. Then you can put the players in. It's not so much as Tua, even Tyreek Hill, whomever. They take their marching orders from the top, Jeff. And I'm with you. I'd like to roll this out to Rodney and also to Magic City. There is a guy available who used to coach Miami. He was there for a year or so. Then he snuck away and went to Alabama. He's on the sidelines right now.
No.
Some say he's the GOAT. If you're the owner of Miami, do you offer an opportunity for the GOAT to come back to kind of have a second swing?
Fitz, that's the first time I've heard that suggestion, and I completely agree with you.
I'm not going to say his name. I won't say his name, Jeff, but Nick Saban. The Dolphins just say, hey, look, would you like a do-over?
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree with you because everything needs to be reset.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
Oh, Rodney hates Nick Saban. Rodney hates Nick Saban.
I need Rodney to get his emotion out of this.
Yeah. He hates Nick Saban.
To look at it just professionally, objectively, not as a fan, just look at it business. Hey, I'd do it. I'd do it. If I was a Dolphins, I would bring Nick Saban in.
Us media guys, right? We love Mike McDaniel. We didn't like Brian Flores. I mean, I didn't have a problem with it, but I don't have to go out there every day. Those beat writers, they hated him because he was a Bill Belichick disciplinarian, very much in the mold of a Nick Saban. They were assholes. They Nick Saban told Jason Taylor he could kick rocks. Like, they didn't give a shit who you were. He would tell you, my way or the highway. Yeah, because we always, I don't give a fuck. This is how I do it. You don't like it? Leave. That's kind of what the Dolphins need. I mean, everybody around the country, Fitz, everybody around the country seems to think that they know what's wrong in Miami.
What the hell is he talking about? Maybe he's on a different level, McGenius guy, whatever the hell he is, nerd boy. But anyway, their team has no respect for the coach. They play like that. They're like, come on, man, get us a dang guy in here. Where's the physicality of this team? What did you say?
They're soft. They're soft.
They're soft. Like,
They're
I'm with
soft.
you on that. Every part of their football team. They have tons of talent on this team. Daniel, we were talking, that's why you picked them to win? Because they have tons of talent.
Yeah.
They don't play with any passion or any smoke to them.
Everybody's saying that. If everybody's saying that means everybody sees it.
Jeff, I got one for you, and it's for our fans. The same things they're saying about the Dolphins, they said about the Miami Hurricanes for the last decade with the coaches, that the Canes were soft.
Yep.
And one thing that Mario has brought them, and we can't say this anymore, Jeff, you cannot say the Miami Hurricanes are soft.
No, they're not, because Mario addressed the problem with the Canes. He went on the O-line, and he went and got some of them big country boys.
Yes, he did. He looked different.
The cows and ham hocks, and he got some monsters. You know.
And do you know, I heard that was one of the things about Nick Saban was that I think from the Parcell tree, they're not into little guys unless you're just exceptional. They're into big fellas.
Right.
They like big dudes, man. The team comes out there. I just really believe a guy like Saban, because if you go back and check the history, the reason he left was, remember there was an issue with Drew Brees. I think Saban wanted to keep Brees, but he was overruled. And I think they were sitting there with Dante Culpepper. But I think Saban, it was an issue that Brees had like a shoulder situation from San Diego. I think Saban wanted to stay with him, but I think he was overruled. He went to New Orleans, right? And I don't think Saban was really comfortable with Culpepper.
Yeah.
Because that was his quarterback. And then look what Drew Brees did. I'm telling you, man. He's got
like every move this team has made backfires.
Yep.
And it all went south after year one, because year one was like a dream. Like I said, the Dolphins made a mistake. They drafted the wrong quarterback. And you know what happened in year one? I went back and looked at the tape. There was a time, I think, after one of those games, it might have been the 70-point game, but the Dolphins were scoring so quick and so easily, that I apologized to Tua on this show. I found the tape. I apologized. I said, Mike McDaniel is a genius. He fixed Tua. Well, he played to Tua's strength. Give him credit for that. Tua doesn't like to hold on to the ball. And I think Rodney pointed it out to me and said, somebody that left Miami said, here it is. Xavier Howard said that if you take away Tua's number one option, and his number one option, he has to read the defense, he will panic and he will throw the ball away or to throw the ball to the wrong team.
And if I can
be exactly what it is.
I think it's more than that too with Xavier and Howard. Let's just call Miami as right now. Do they have a running game you can think of, Jeff? Do you fear the Miami running game?
No.
There it is.
No.
What it is very hard to quarterback in the NFL without some semblance of a running game that will make the defense respect it, to where they can take the safety out the box, so to speak.
Yep.
If you don't force them to stop the run, you're in trouble in the NFL. If the safety does not have to come in the box and they can stop that running game with their front four, 2-3 linebackers, you're in trouble. You are in trouble.
Yep. You're right. You're right.
So if I can go back to what we said 5 minutes ago, I truly believe, just like how your team The Las Vegas Raiders look more physical right now with just with Pete Carroll. They looked physical the other day. I watched pieces of that game. They were hitting out there, man.
They were hitting.
And they're running the ball with their rookie, Ashton Genty. They said he's going to get the ball 20, 25 times a game. I mean,
He
even
had,
though
he had 18 carries for
18
39.
here, right?
He was only averaging 2 or 3 yards a carry, but they were hard.
Hard. And they're making other teams still respect it. You got to
Yeah.
stay with the running game. You got to run the ball.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just tired of seeing this for Dolphin fans. They get
Is
so
it?
up for this team, and it happens year after year after year. I mean, my son, the Dolphin fan, he was so depressed, man. He was like, he didn't even want to talk to me.
He shouldn't be.
He
Because
didn't
Jeff,
want to talk to me. Like, he's like, yeah, congratulations, Dad. Congrats on your Raiders. You guys won one game. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going to rub it in, man. You're my son. I miss you, man. But he didn't even want to talk, man. He was so depressed. And you guys, you Dolphin fans, go for it year after year. It's the time to fire Chris Greer, fire Mike McDaniel, because how much space do you really have in those guys to fix this? How much space do you have in Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel to fix the Miami Dolphins?
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand. I understand it. They don't know what they're doing.
Jeff, I take that back about what you just said. It's not, I think they know what they're doing, but what they are doing is not what's proper probably in today's NFL. They in order what we talk about when you talk about Democrats, Republicans, remember it's an ideology. I think Chris Greer and McDaniel, their ideology is that of this fluidity and uh, spacing and doing that. And you know what? That might work in Arena League, but that ideology don't work in NFL, bro. You follow me, Jeff? When I'm talking about ideology, it's just not. No. Mm-mm.
Listen, what's wrong? What's wrong with Magic City, Fitz? Why my team won? You can't say
He says your team. Come
you
on.
can't say shit to me. My team won.
You know what? Magic City, he's an angry Dolphin fan, isn't he?
That's the great thing about winning. When you win,
Well, you get haters, boy. They come out. I tell you what Magic City's upset about. He's probably looking at the way your team is constructed as opposed to the way his team is constructed. And he's like, there's a bunch of guys on the Raiders can't even start for us. And he's probably right.
yeah.
But the way you guys play is better. And on that clip you just showed, a lot of the pundits keep saying Miami's got dudes. But the ideology, the style ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Yes, DJ Chuck. I think it's time for Mike McDaniel to move on. I think it's time. And I listen, I hung out with Mike McDaniel at a Miami Heat game, and we had a conversation, and he listens to Tupac. I mean, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, man.
Really cool. I said, this is the Dolphins coach? Yeah, he's like modern. He's anti Brian Flores. You know what I mean? He's cool. And everybody, nobody's in his doghouse. Nobody.
Raiders win one game. Magic City. Tell us how you really feel, Magic City.
That's let him bend. That's what we're here for. We're here for you.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, this is not a Las Vegas station.
Yeah.
We're South Florida centric, and we got to look at the two football teams in the area right now are the Miami Hurricanes. The major teams are the Miami Hurricanes and the Miami Dolphins. When you look at the way the teams are built, the Miami Hurricanes are built to win.
Yep.
You can on both sides of the line of scrimmage. There's nobody. You cannot say that about the Dolphins.
There it is. DJ Chuck spotted it.
Yeah.
The Miami Dolphins should have kept Brian Flores as their head coach. Nobody liked Brian Flores. Nobody liked him.
And that's fine.
That's fine.
It's not about liking, man.
All about his business. Did you see how brilliant he was on Monday night when the Bears were playing the Minnesota Vikings? Brian Flores is now the defensive coordinator in Minnesota. When the Bears got the ball to start the game, Caleb Williams and that offense marched down the field. And they jumped out on the Bears. Right? They had the offensive coach, the dude from Detroit, and they had Brian Flores on defense. And the thing is, Brian Flores was playing chess, not checkers. By the end of the game, the Minnesota Vikings had turned it on, and the Chicago Bears could not figure out Brian Flores' defense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
This is for DJ Chuck, Magic City, and Rodney, and everyone out there. I got one for you. Thinking this is from the owner of the Dolphins. I'm not really sure about him, and I'm gonna run this out to you, to the folks who are listening. The owner of the Dolphins, isn't he a big Michigan guy?
Yes, he is, and he did want to get. He did try.
Did he really try hard enough? Because Harbaugh sure went to San Diego or to the Chargers. And come on. And that guy is a big donor to Michigan. You trying to tell me with all the stuff that was going on with Michigan, you had Jim Harbaugh out there who worked the same school as you? You couldn't put a package to bring them together to Miami?
Brian,
I'm just saying.
I don't fault Brian. I mean, Stephen Ross so much.
Ross, that's it. Ross, that's right. Ross.
He goes and gets the groceries. The problem is the person in charge, Chris Greer, nice guy too. Brian Flores, nice guy, but nice guys don't always win. Nice guys finish last.
What's Chris Greer's record as a general manager of the Dolphins?
And I'm sure it's a losing record.
I'm wondering if it's 500. Is he 500? Because I know he's had McDaniel, 3 years?
Yeah.
He's what, 3 head coaches with Greer? 4? Is this his 4th head coach?
I mean, seriously, I'm just bummed out, bro. I am. And Magic City, I'm just rubbing it in because I'm halfway feeling bad for you and halfway enjoying your frustration. I'm a bit of both, but Miami's a more fun city when the Dolphins are good.
No doubt.
It's amazing. Look, the last time I saw the Dolphin fans happy, Fitz, was when they beat the Dallas Cowboys about 2 years ago. In the season game. Tua led them down the field for a field goal. And they were singing that fight song, that silly Miami Dolphin. You know what I mean? They were loving life.
Like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. Now when we say Miami, we're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the...
No. You're not talking Super Bowl. You're not talking Super Bowl. You're talking toilet bowl.
And
that's what they do.
Yeah, there's good football fans in Miami and very knowledgeable football fans in Miami.
They deserve
good
that.
football fans. But I think if we really, the football fans, let's just take McDaniel and take Greer away and you look at the team, we will say, are they built to win the way they said? Are they built? I think a lot of fans are probably saying, I think they're soft.
Everyone's saying that. I played the clips earlier in the show. Everyone's saying that. And I hate to see this happen to good people because I'm telling you, the Dolphin fan, if the Dolphins ever win one more Super Bowl in our lifetime, because a lot of folks, they've never seen this team win. Like, I barely remember. I remember the Marino Dolphins, Dan Marino, the Marx brothers. I remember them. They were good. They were good every year. Everywhere. They can score like from anywhere on the field. They beat the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football.
Yes, they did.
And the Bears were invincible. The Bears were the monsters. The Miami Dolphins were the only team that year to beat them. But people don't care about that.
You know, Magic City. I know you think Jeff is overdoing it on this because it's one game.
I
But
am.
let's just let's look at who it was. It was Daniel Jones putting a beat down on the Dolphins. Daniel Jones, a quarterback, probably looking what on his last leg, and the guy looked like Montana.
He really did.
Daniel Jones. And
He
so
really,
when you say we're overdoing it, I get it if that was Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow putting that beat down. Okay. This Daniel Jones on the Colts. Come on, the Colts? And is anybody on listening in the earshot of our voice looking at the Colts being a playoff team?
some people, but not me.
Not me.
Not me. Like, that's Daniel Jones. They used to play for the Giants. That they used to get his brain bashed in the weekend. And that Daniel Jones looked like the second coming of Joe Montana. I'm going to stop using that phrase, but
Can I answer this question, Jeff? We had a good question from DJ Chuck. There has been history, DJ Chuck, of Tyreek Hill off the field. And we going back to college. We can go way back when he was in school. This has been something with him, again, throughout his career. And I do believe someone like himself, Tyreek Hill, when they are not focused on the job at hand or like if the
careful,
team's
Chris.
not good, I, I
Careful.
I think you can lose them. I think he's bored and they can fall into some other stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going somewhere else. I thought you
No,
were
no, 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 no,
Lane.
no, 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 no. I'm just thinking about not being focused like with Kansas City. They were winning. And I didn't really hear a whole lot in Kansas City, but I remember some things in college. But he's had a couple little things off the field. Tyreek Hill is an amazing talent. No one has ever questioned his talent.
We all thought he was the best wide receiver in football.
He was.
Everybody thought that.
Top 2 or 3.
They
He's
had
probably one of
everybody. And what did he rack up? Almost $2,000 in yards? Almost 2,000 yards?
he is arguably one of the fastest people to ever put on a football uniform.
Yeah.
Darryl Green, him, Cliff Branch, Bob Hayes. I'm serious. He is one of the fastest people to ever put on a football uniform. I think he still runs 10-1.
Yeah.
100 meters.
I mean, the New England Patriots, the Dolphins' opponents this week, are a very, very physical team. Yeah, they lost to the Raiders, but they're physical.
That was a good game.
Yeah. I mean, we barely but
Yep, 20. Yeah, it was a good game.
2013. But the New England Patriots are the wrong team, but the right team for the Miami Dolphins to play this week. They have an opportunity to fix this, but they got to they got to get their house in order. And
Jeff, I like what you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think that really the problem is Tua Tagovailoa. I find a problem with him because based on what Xavier Howard said about Tua not being able to figure out his options when he has to read a defense and go to maybe option number 2, he does look like he panics. He does throw the ball, you know, in the wrong places at the wrong time. And you know who does that sometimes? Geno Smith has been but you can fix that. You can fix that with a tight end. What's the quarterback's best friend? A good running game and a good tight end. What do the Raiders have right now? Amazing tight ends and a very good running back. That's how you fix a quarterback that's not named Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. That's how you fix him. Get him some toys that he will love to play with. And they haven't done that. And then Tua doesn't act the way they want or perform the way that they want him to perform. And they're saying, what's wrong with Tua? No. What's wrong with you? Because you're the guy who's getting the groceries. You failed. You failed. And I'm not saying that Tua is this great quarterback because he's not. But you can still win, as you saw in year 1, if you get the right pieces. That's where they failed. And they will continue to fail. I'm sorry. I came here to encourage you today, but I don't see it. I don't see it. They had an opportunity to pay Jonnu Smith, a very good tight end who had an amazing year last year for the Miami Dolphins. I think he scored 9 touchdowns. You know who scored a touchdown in game 1 for Pittsburgh?
Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith. You know who made the game-saving tackle on the last play of the game? Well, the Jets had the ball. Who got the Steelers the ball back, got them to win? Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey.
Like, the guys that you let walk out the door were heroes in their new teams. Meanwhile, same old results for the Miami Dolphins. More pain. More pain. More pain, Fitz.
Oh, man.
More pain. By the way, I'm going to take a quick break because we blew off the break. Shout out to 305-800-PAIN, our sponsors. Shout out to them. Accident, slip, or fall, they're the ones to call if you get in the car accident. If you have any kind of adversity where you're hurt and you need somebody to get you paid, they're the ones to do it. When we come back, Fitz, I will tell you why it's okay for us here in Miami, but the people like us, like me and you in Chicago, the fans are coming after them now. I'll tell you.
Did somebody just hit you and ran off? Here's what to do after a hit and run accident. First off, don't chase them. Stay calm and call 911. Second, take photos of everything. Your car, the damages, the scene, and look for cameras and bystanders nearby. Third, see a doctor within 14 days. Even if you feel fine, most injuries don't show up after a hit and run. It typically takes a couple of weeks. So this can really cost you if you don't take care of it right now. And most importantly, call 305-800-PAIN. We'll walk you through what to do next and to help you get the care and compensation that you need after this accident. Even when the other driver runs, you're not alone. We're here for you.
I hate you because we're from different neighborhoods.
I hate you because you look different.
I hate you because I don't understand you.
I hate you because people I know hate you.
I hate you because I think you hate me.
Because I need someone to blame.
Because you talk different.
Because you act different.
Because you're just different. Man, I hate that things are so bad that we have to do a commercial about it.
Me too.
Car accident? Call 800-PAIN. From the moment that crash happens, the clock is ticking and every delay can cost you your health, your rights, and the compensation that you deserve. Every minute after an accident matters, so don't wait. Call 800-PAIN right now.
What I wanted to speak about was the journalists like Chicago Sports Media. Is it you guys' job to help the fan out to give us a lead as far as what's going on with the team. Because what we're seeing with Caleb Williams right now and what David Hall's been preaching for so long is that we had our guy, Danny Parkins, all these guys. You guys made it seem like as Chicago Bears fans, we had our guy. And now I'm listening to David Hall when you just said we got our coach, we got our quarterback, and he's now being smug and saying, oh, okay, but you shoved it down our face. For last year, we had Justin Fields that he wasn't our guy. If I got to lean on you guys for talent evaluation, I'm dead in the water. Brad Biggs looks like he can't catch a pass, let alone throw a pass, but he's telling me all day long who's a good quarterback and who's not. For Chicago to change around, we need new journalism and new analysts as far as Chicago sports media goes, because you guys are pathetic.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate the phone call.
I told you you had a good point. Let me say this. I believe, and I'll just defend myself against everyone, I believe I personally would rather have a defensive tackle who's thrown out of a game for spitting on someone before the game even starts than a right tackle that spent his time in the backfield.
You weren't even.
Yeah. He said they suck at talent evaluating. And you know why they're mad at the radio guys in Chicago? Because the Bears lost in the same way that they've been losing. And people on the radio are telling them the Bears are not that bad.
They're not that bad.
They're going to be better. Caleb Williams, yeah, he's a rookie, but he's a generational quarterback.
Yeah,
I never liked Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Let me just say that. I never liked him. I didn't like him when he was at USC. I didn't see what they saw about him being a generational quarterback. And now the Bears fans are coming after the radio guys. They're blaming them. You're telling them that the Bears are going to be good. When? When are they going to be good?
The Bears fans, because they live, Chicago's close to Detroit.
Yeah.
If anybody's overreacting right now, it's them. This is the first game of a new regime.
Yeah.
And they played a good game. I mean, the defense fell apart in the fourth quarter. They lost 27-24. Okay. This thing with Miami is different. Coach has been there a while. They've had a time to put this thing together. They made trades and done. It's different. It's different.
It fits. You know why I don't feel sorry for the Dolphins? They gave Brian Flores what? He's in year 3.
Yeah, they ran him out.
Brian Flores didn't have that opportunity.
No.
Yeah, he had a bad attitude. He was mean. He didn't like us media guys. He didn't talk to us very well. He didn't seem to like anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a coach.
Yes, he was.
He was a coach.
Yeah.
You will respect him as the coach.
Right. Bears fans were good until the fourth quarter. That guy that called in, because it looked like they were putting it on Minnesota. And their defense, we started realizing maybe that might be part of their problem too with Chicago right now, is that defense. They gave up to a rookie quarterback. I call him a rookie quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. I mean, he looked like Joe Montana in the fourth quarter. That wasn't Caleb Williams, okay? Caleb Williams wasn't playing defense.
I think the coaches won the game. I think the coaches won that game.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson and Brian Flores. Brian Flores won that matchup.
Yeah.
And the Miami Dolphins would have been better off. And I say that if they kept Brian Flores here.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Dolphins started the year off with 0-7, 0-8?
Mm-hmm.
And then he just reeled off a bunch of by the way wins to go into the season. And then they fired him. He was building something here. They fired him.
Because it wasn't pretty. It wasn't stylistic like what McDaniel did. You know what I'm saying? All that end around and motion and scoring. Because people get caught in styles. And I talked to my sons about that. Are you into substance or are you into style?
Yeah.
And a lot of folks are into style. Oh, I like all that. But Chicago, to me, they are in much better shape than Miami right now. If I looked at both franchises, I take Chicago right now.
Mm-hmm.
That was a competitive game. That's a really solid Minnesota team. They just changed their quarterback, but Minnesota's got ball players. I know that they let that one quarterback go to Seattle, but Minnesota is a good football team when you look at their roster. That was a much better team that Chicago lost to than Miami lost to. Okay?
Yeah.
Much better.
Magic City's right. The Dolphins can turn it around with a win Sunday, and everybody will be happy again. Like I said, it's an abusive relationship
I
between
will leave.
and this
Okay.
football team.
I will. How about this Magic City? Look at the guy on the sideline that's coaching New England, and look at the guy on the sideline coaching Miami. This is a must-win game for Vrabel and a must-win game for McDaniel. Who you gonna take?
Um,
I'm Vrabel. Not even thinking twice. Mike
Yeah.
Vrabel. He's proven. McDaniel,
man, that's
because
my heart wants the Dolphins to win. It does, my heart, but I just don't know. I don't see how. Like they got to they got to make Tyreek Hill happy again, and Tyreek Hill is not very happy.
No.
And DJ Chuck just asked a great question. Tyreek is not happy. Maybe he made a mistake coming here. It started off great, and now people around the country are thinking if this keeps going south for your Miami Dolphins, if this season continues to go down the tubes, and Tyreek Hill continues to sulk and make a spectacle of himself on the sideline, maybe it's time to have the conversation about going somewhere
Off the
else.
field stuff, hey, yes, your off the field stuff. I judge guys by what they do on the field, what type of guy they are in the locker room, and Tyreek still got the juice. In my opinion, he could roll out the bed and get you 1,000 yards, 7, 8 touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's him blowing up the Dolphins. That's the quarterback situation, if you ask me. He already got a chip, but man, his career been so good, it deserves a good ending. I would love to see him go home, back to the Chiefs. Miami, just blow that thing up, man. Get y'all a bunch of draft picks, start this rebuild process while you got guys like Tyreek. I don't know if the Chiefs can afford him, but you give him the right amount of draft picks, the Dolphins will eat some of that salary cap.
But Keith, how long before what they're doing off the field affects on the field?
Every team got their off the field stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had off the field stuff. I got in trouble for some type of shooting every offseason. Bam! Shooting situation every offseason.
He didn't lie, man. I'm motherfucker. He shoot somebody in a minute. Don't make him mad, man. He will bust a cap in your ass.
But he's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth.
And here's one thing with Tyreek. He got the bag when he came to the Dolphins. He already got the chip with Kansas City, but he got the bag with the Dolphins. So then he looks back and watched his old team go back to back. Back to back. And he's looking at the receivers they got. They don't really got nobody over there in Kansas City that he can look at as, oh, that's a bad dude. And he over here in Miami, and he's languishing now. Even Kansas City in their state right now, they still are going to be a playoff team. And he's looking at his team. He can't say that in Miami. He's going to be in the playoffs this year.
Tyreek will be in play if the Dolphins continue to stink it up. Go up the ship be sinking. You know,
he is good enough to make an impact just like Micah Parsons. I tell you, if he went back to Kansas City, that Kansas City offense would look night and day different.
I don't want to see it.
The league don't want to see it. They don't want to see him back in Kansas City.
No. And Tyreek going up on the sideline. Yeah, I don't want to see him. I got to deal with Justin Herbert this weekend, man. I deal with him. He's good.
Yeah, I'm watching these guys, these pundits on TV, and they're thinking Josh Allen and these couple other quarterbacks have caught Patrick Mahomes. I just keep giggling. I said, if Mahomes had the weapons that these guys have, because we've seen what Mahomes can do with
Did you see
weapons.
him on Sunday? Did you see him falling down about 2 inches off the ground and completed a pass?
He's
No.
got an aging tight end. He's got a wide receiver coming off a ACL. Running back, does he? Who's playing running back for Kansas City right now? Some guys. He don't have the guys he had when he had Tyreek Hill. He
No.
doesn't have them dudes. But I'm telling you what, I keep laughing. Oh, I think they've caught Patrick Mahomes. I said, no. If you send Tyreek Hill back there to Kansas City and another running back, he'll be throwing for 45 touchdowns again. And Tyreek will be, yeah.
I don't remember
Mhm.
that shit. I no.
For the Raiders' sake, the Raiders don't want to see Tyreek back in Kansas City.
Yeah. I don't. I love watching the Chiefs lose. Anybody but Kansas City, man. Like I enjoyed the Super Bowl immensely. Watching them lose. I enjoyed it. I don't want them to go back. Don't want them to go back.
I know, Jeff, as a Raiders fan, how many years have they won the AFC West now? Kansas City.
10 years. 10 years.
In a row.
10 years in a row.
They've won it every year. Patrick Mahomes has been quarterback.
Every year.
Every year.
Now it's a slow start. In the end, it was the Chiefs. No. I don't want to see it.
And Jeff, I know why you don't want to see it, because a lot of times they clinched like 3 games before the season ends too, getting a 1 seed. Yeah, you don't want Tyreek Hill back there, man. Kansas City.
No. So I want. Let me ask you, Fitz. Is there any chance? Is there a slight chance that the Miami Dolphins, could this be a storybook ending?
No.
You said that so quick, man. Like, think about it for a minute.
Can I say it in French? No.
No.
I'll say it in Spanish.
It can't be said. No.
What language you want? Mandarin. No. They're not coming back. There will be no. There's no Cinderella happening here, brother. There's no Cinderella. The league knows what Miami is. I heard this statement: when someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Yeah. And as I said earlier, everybody seems to know what the Miami Dolphins are.
Devin, I've been saying I wasn't sure of many things going into the season. One thing I was sure of is the Dolphins were going to struggle, because I don't think this talk, because it's just talk. It's not action. It's talk. We're going to talk. Well, we're going to change the culture. We're going to do this. And it never changes. We're going to do all these things, and it never changes. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. It's like the guys, I'm going to go to the gym every single day starting tomorrow, and I'm going to talk about it. And then the alarm goes off, and they don't go to the gym, right? It's just talk. And I feel like with the Dolphins, it's just talk and talk and talk, and they never get any better. And you throw on top of that getting your ass kicked right out of the gates in an ugly fashion, the worst loss of the weekend. Good luck coming back from that.
Yeah. That's basically what you're saying, Fitz. That's the prognosticators around the country. They're all saying the Dolphins season is over after game 1. And to Magic City credit, it ain't over, but it sure be looking like it's over.
Magic City, I know he's probably a big Dolphins fan. He's loved them for a long time. But the hardest thing to do when you're a fan, I've said this on the show. See, I'm not a fan. I watch the sports. I follow players. I love my Miami Hurricanes because I am a alumni, but I look at them objectively. I have, and I get in trouble with some of my guys I went to school with, because they'll say, I just call it like it is. There were some years the Canes were soft. I knew they weren't going to win. But
Mhm.
if you look at Miami and you take off your aqua shades and you look at them, they're soft. They're not a physical team. They look nothing like some of the old Dolphin teams with Mercury Morris and those Jim Kick, Larry Little, those
They used to
guys.
be great.
They were physical, man.
The old Dolphins used to be great.
Yeah, Manny Fernandez and Bonicani. Let's just look back how they used to play with Shula pre Marino. The Dolphins were physical, man. They were physical football team. And they pretty much have been a finesse team better part of 40 years now. I'm just calling it like it is. Someone correct me. Miami's been a finesse team pretty much since Marino has been there. You go back to, and I'm going 83. Someone correct me.
You ever heard the phrase a team takes on the
Yes
personality of his head coach?
Yes, I have.
Well, I've shown clips and I decided not to show Brian what's his name again?
Flores?
No, not Brian Flores, but Mike McDaniel.
McDaniel, okay.
Yeah. I decided not to show him today because he always sounds like he left something on at home. He always sounds like, did I leave this? Did I turn the stove off? Did I leave the iron plugged in? Or like did I let the dog out? Like he always sounds confused.
Yeah.
Even when he's sure about what he's saying, he sounds confused.
Mhm.
Could it be that he's just too nice of a guy? And maybe the Miami Dolphins need a head coach like the Florida Panthers head coach?
You fuckers, pay attention. Nobody's hit a fucking thing. You get a 3-1 lead, and now you want to make plays. Fuck the plays. Pound their fucking D, so in game 7, they got nothing left.
Yeah, he seems like an asshole to me.
Hey.
He said, like, maybe the Dolphins need an asshole for their head coach. But he wins. He gets results. They're back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.
Yes, sir. Hey, Fox, I said a little while ago, remember I said perception's reality? I'm going to throw this out to our fans who are watching us. Name me another football coach that wears capri pants.
You're trying to say Mike McDaniel's a YN?
No, but I know he's stylish and everything. He likes to be stylish and cool with it, but he wears capri pants.
Yeah.
Does he not?
Yes, he does.
What other football coach? I need someone to tell me what other NFL coach looks like that on the sideline.
I don't want to be like the rest of the media blaming him for being a nice guy and being stylish. But damn it, he doesn't seem like the right guy to be a football coach.
No.
It's like you're being coached by Carlton Banks.
It's
like Carlton Banks is the coach of the Miami Dolphins.
How does your opponent look at you across the field and your coach is wearing capri pants?
He's coaching in Miami.
Yes.
Maybe
listen to DJ Chuck. Tell me, if you're across the sideline and you see the head coach and that's how he looks, what do you think about the team? Are you really afraid those guys are just going to knock our heads up? He's wearing capri pants.
Yeah.
With no socks, right? He does a no socks thing or this invisible socks that are in his shoes. He might as well have some Italian loafers on, bruh.
Yeah.
You don't like a football coach.
I came in here today. It's really like, I'm sorry, folks, that we just didn't go live at our normal time, but we definitely did want to come in and speak with Dolphin Nation because they're in a bad state. They're in a bad state. And so far, we've been talking for about an hour. And I am no closer to telling you what or how to turn things around for your Miami Dolphins. I think the best thing for the Dolphins to do, and do it sooner than later. If they lose to the Patriots, and I hate to make game 2 a must win, but if they lose to the Patriots, I would fire Mike McDaniel.
Whoa.
Right now. Right now.
Whoa.
If they lose to the Patriots, I would fire Mike McDaniel because something has to change immediately. And the Dolphin fan base right now, they want blood. They want blood. Because they're sick and tired of losing. They're sick and tired of losing. Something has to change. And you know what else I would do? I would trade Tyreek Hill. Now. I would trade Tyreek Hill. And at the end of the year, Jalen Waddle, anybody want a wide receiver who's always hurt? His ass would be gone too. You got to make changes. You got to get rid of those guys. But I would start with Mike McDaniel. There has to be a change in philosophy. And good grief. At the end of the year, you know who else would be gone? Chris Greer be out of here. He'd be working in Walmart somewhere. UPS. Won't be GM in my Miami Dolphins or my GM. He'd be out of here. And that's what they have to do. They have to make mass changes. And I would do it early in the season just to see what else we got on this team. What else do we have? I don't know who the assistant head coach is. I don't know, but yeah, I blow this thing up. I do exactly what those guys suggested. I would blow this thing the hell up. I would not wait till Thanksgiving Day. I would not wait until game 5 or game 6 or midway through the season. I would do it now after the Patriot game. If you are not good enough to beat first-year head coach Mike Vrabel and the New England Patriots, who most people consider the doormats in the AFC East, damn it, you be out of there. You be looking for another job. Mike McDaniel.
Jeff, I got it
right now.
Jeff, I got to agree with you. I listened to your rant. I wouldn't call it a rant, but I think a lot of things you're saying are accurate with McDaniel and as well as Chris Greer. And here's the kicker to our Dolphin fans. They're sharing that stadium with a college team that looks like it's taking the steps to compete for a championship. And that got to create pressure because Dolphin fans they've seen the Hurricanes down for a long time. But if you objectively, again, look at the Hurricanes, they're built like they can do something. And you can't say that for the Dolphins. You can't say that. The national pundits have spoken on, they said that they did not like the Hurricanes defense last year. They didn't like what they said. But Jeff, after that one game against Notre Dame, what did the national pundits say about the Hurricanes? That night they played Notre Dame. They've changed their tune, didn't they? They say they look like they're built.
Physical, built for success.
One game.
Out of the way.
Right.
Line.
That was right.
When the Canes had to drive down the field.
Yes.
To win the game. And this is what the old Dallas Cowboys used to do with Michael, Troy, and Emmett. You give them the ball with 6 minutes left. Okay. You're down by 2 points to the Cowboys, but 6 minutes left. They would methodically drive the ball down your throat. There was nothing you could do about it behind Larry Allen and that big-ass offensive line. They would just maul you and grind you into submission. That's what the Canes did against Notre Dame. A very good defense.
A very good defense.
And that's why you picked him against South Florida. And I'm not going to be stupid enough to say, man, Fitz, I'm worried about not with that offensive line, not with that defensive line.
Jeff, when the pundits saw one game with Miami against Notre Dame. You could say, are they going overboard? But remember, these folks watch football and they see football and they can see through the facade. Just like the people have watched Miami after one game, a lot of experts are looking at it. That's why I don't think you and I are going overboard. We're looking at how they're constructed. We're like, oh, this ain't going to work. This ain't going to work. That's not a great Colts team that beat them. Where do they go up against the Bills? Even the way the Jets are looking, and even the Patriots. Those three teams definitely look bigger and physical, more physical than the Dolphins. And and DJ Chuck, you're right. The Chiefs, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. They're going to start 0-2. They're not going to beat the Eagles.
Where's that game?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right.
It can be a tropical park. Miami, they're in trouble.
Yeah. When you can control the line of scrimmage, like the Canes can, that solves a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm.
You might have a problem on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Have a problem in the secondary, but if you can control the
line of scrimmage, this is what's so different about this Miami team this year than last year.
Mm-hmm.
They showed when the chips were down, they could move that ball down the field and get a field goal. Then last year, they couldn't stop no team driving the ball on them in the fourth quarter. No one. They beat up that Notre Dame offensive line and tore up into that quarterback with that pass rush.
They ended it.
Whipped them. Yes.
They ended it. The Notre Dame got the ball back with timing up.
Plenty of time. They had like a minute, 15 seconds. That's plenty of time in college football to go down and get a field goal.
Yep.
Plenty of time.
And Ruben Hurricane Bain and those boys said, no bueno.
With a four-man rush.
Yeah.
They whipped it. And what we're talking about when we saw this with the Dolphins the other night is, let's see, didn't the Colts score every time?
Every possession for Daniel Jones. 7 possessions, 7 scores.
I heard on one of the
Daniel
shows
Jones.
that they said that's like an NFL record or something like it matches like they scored every drive. They scored every drive.
Every time they had the ball.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we're not overreacting, Jeff, we're not overreacting. I don't believe you and I are overreacting.
Well, here's why we're not overreacting, because whenever the Dolphins are good again, like there are 2 teams I'm scared to death to play in football. One is Buffalo.
Oh, they're gonna be trouble.
And the other one is the Ravens. You should see the amount of touchdowns Josh, what's his name?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen has been responsible for the last 4 or 5 years.
And we got to play him twice.
But you should see the amount of touchdowns.
I know.
And like that game on Sunday night was like a game of Madden when I used to play against my cousin or my son. None of us had a defense, but we couldn't stop the other team.
Man.
And that's what that game felt like. Like neither team could stop either one from scoring. And if they were playing anybody else other than each other, that game would have been a blowout. That's how far ahead of the rest of the AFC the Bills and the Ravens are. Yeah.
I know sometimes teams can have a bad game, and I saw some data how they can come back and have a good year because sometimes they just have a bad game. This is the continuation of last year.
It is. Dolphins. That's why I would fire Greer and I would fire McDaniel. Even if the Dolphins were to go over the rest of the way, The fans know that this management ain't fucking around. They're tired of losing.
Mm-hmm.
At least they're trying to make changes. They tell McDaniel, take your ass in your playbook and go somewhere, go wherever, and take Chris Greer with you.
Mm-hmm.
That means you're not satisfied with this mediocrity.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what this is. Mediocre to the fullest. Mediocre football. And Dolphin fans, for the way they support this football team, and they love this football team, they deserve better.
Can I ask you this, Jeff? From last season to this season, have the Dolphins, can we say they've improved the roster? I know they made the trade, Fitzpatrick for Ramsey, but that's a push. Where else have they improved? Because I don't think that's that much of an improvement. Though they're both very capable players. I would take either one, Fitzpatrick but where the improvement on the line of scrimmage, skill position? Because you said it, they lost Jonnu Smith. That's a downgrade. So who's replacing him? I think they went down. I think the Dolphins went down. What do you think?
I don't see a better team. I see the same soft team that used to go to Buffalo late in the year, and I think they went to Baltimore late in the year also and got pounded. The Dolphins are going to lose when they go to play a good team on the road late in the year.
Did anybody think they had a chance against Kansas City in the playoffs a couple years ago? Remember, it was a cold game. Why did they even get on the plane? Remember, they flew out to Kansas City. It was a cold game.
Very cold.
And that was not a great Kansas City team.
Everybody knew the Dolphins.
They were done.
What do they say? They have 40 degrees or below. They don't
0
win.
and something. They don't win.
They don't win.
Jeff, thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
When you want to talk about soft, the word soft, that number you just gave, that factoid, when our team is on the road and the weather is less than 40 degrees, we're done.
Yep. That's it.
That's it, Jeff. That was a nutshell.
That's it.
That's it.
I think the Dolphins should have kept, I'll say it again, Brian Flores. If imagine if this team took on the personality.
DJ Chuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Chuck. DJ Chuck, I'm ready to say. I say that the team is probably soft. I'm a Commanders fan, so I got to be nice to the other fan base. Well, DJ Chuck, I ain't got to be nice to the fan base. It is what it is.
They're soft. You heard
Charmin. They're Charmin.
Yeah.
They're Charmin soft. They don't scare anybody with their running game. You play the Dolphins. Oh, boy, we got to really girdle up this week. We're going to take some hits. Boy, how will we feel after the game? Nope.
Yeah. The Commanders play the Giants. No. Giants play the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Commanders are playing who on Thursday?
Oh, they are playing
Green
Bay.
Green Bay. Y'all got to deal with Micah Parsons.
That's going to be a good football game.
Oh.
I wish it wasn't on Thursday because neither team really has time to really prepare. That's a short week. I can't stand that with the NFL. That should be a Sunday night game. The Commanders versus the Packers. That should be a Sunday night game, not Thursday.
Good question from DJ Chuck. Who would you trade Tyreek Hill to? Well, I wouldn't trade him in the division.
No. Somewhere in the NFC, and who's offering?
Seattle or somewhere.
Somebody got draft picks.
Or the 49ers. And someone who can give you a good haul of draft picks. You want to try to duplicate that Herschel Walker deal of many moons ago that the Cowboys did a long time ago with one player. And Tyreek Hill still has some value. And as who said it earlier in the show, might have been DJ Chuck again. You can still get a good haul for Tyreek Hill.
You think Green Bay would be interested?
I think so.
And they give you some picks and everything because they're
I think
trying to they're going for it now. Green Bay's going for it now.
yeah.
And he would be their number one receiver. He'd go there. I'd look at Green Bay. Somebody
They're
who's close. Yeah. Hmm.
they're my top 5. Number
Detroit.
one,
Send him to Detroit.
Detroit needs him. They need him.
I think Detroit's
Detroit,
got some picks too. I think Detroit's got some
Detroit,
draft picks too.
yeah, that's right. And if you're the Dolphins, you want to get you want to load up.
Yeah.
Forget about this year. Go to the park to have fun, watch the other team win. Maybe you guys win sometimes. Get ready for a 7-11 season, 8-9, 9-8. It was really good, but
Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna go back and say something why I said Saban to Miami. Whomever the new coach, if you get rid of McDaniels, he's got to be able. I won't say she, but the coach has got to be able to get along with the quarterback because a quarterback has been signed long term. Saban has history with Tua from college. He says Tua is one of his favorite players. And it's very important. I think we know as fans, folks down there in Miami, Tua ain't going nowhere right now. The cap hit is too heavy. He just got broke off, Jeff. They just gave him a bag, man. So Tua is going to be there. Whether we like it or not, he's going to be the quarterback at least next 2-3 years at Miami just because of salary cap implications. The coach has got to be able to work with Tua. And then if you can get him those draft picks again, moving Tyreek Hill, but that's why I said Saban. Not only because of do-over with Miami, he has history with Tua, and he likes Tua from Alabama days. He likes him.
I don't like Tua as a quarterback because he's short, but it's too short for me. I mean, Drew Brees was short, but he was a gunslinger. But if in the right system, with the left-handed throwing motion of his, if he doesn't have to hold the ball and make a decision, if he can just sling it like he did in year one, you're in trouble.
Jeff, look at Tua with a running game, and then he could go play action.
Yeah.
If he had a running game and you could keep him around 20, 25 passes, maybe 230, 40 yards max. You're not trying to get Tua to win the game, but if he could just manage the game, don't put the ball, give him a tight end, don't put the ball in harm's way because he doesn't have the arm, Jeff, and I think that's why he makes a lot of interceptions. He doesn't have that big arm like Josh Allen, these other guys. He's got more of a slingshot, but give him a running game like he had at Bama, and then get him some man coverage, play action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's short, just like you said, he's short.
He's not fast.
No.
He's not fast. And these defensive linemen, the Max Crosbys, the Myles Garrett's, Jalen Carter's, they are not human. Like these defensive linemen will chase you down.
Yes.
Devour you.
I watched Tua at Alabama like others. I think he was like a 70% completion percentage at Alabama. He was extremely accuracy is the thing you need from a quarterback. You got to be accurate, especially in college. You need to be throwing high 65% or higher in college. If you're below that, you will not make it NFL because the windows are so much tighter. But he was like 70%. And someone can correct me. The ball didn't seem like it was on the ground at Alabama. But it seems like he's come to the Dolphins and they got him going downfield a lot and doing that kind of stuff. It's just not his game, man. He's a play action kind of dude, Jeff. And I think in the NFL, him around 220, 230, we could win with that, with a running game and him protecting the ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's yeah.
They don't have the personnel now. Then you don't
No,
feel
they
like
don't. No,
they don't.
no, not for him.
Yeah.
Because
This
you,
is a long year.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They made the investment in the Tua, and if you're going to give a quarterback 45, $50 million a year, you got to have a coach that can build infrastructure around him. But he needs a running game. Tua needs a running game.
Yeah. They don't have one.
They don't have
They
one.
don't have one. Raheem Mostert a couple of years ago scored like what?
18 touchdowns. That's when they had. That's when they were running, but they still that little wild running game didn't work in the cold weather. It was still like track meet stuff. Yeah, but
Eagles and Chiefs playing at Arrowhead.
I liked it.
Still like the Eagles?
I like the Eagles in that game because they showed us they can run the freaking ball. They're sitting there with that quarterback who can run, and they got the best running back in the. When we say, let's say right now between him and Henry, you got to give it to Saquon, but Derrick Henry's a load. But Eagles are sitting there with best running back, one of the top 2, 3 running backs in the league. They got him.
How is Derrick Henry this good?
Oh,
it's long.
Jeff.
Because running backs, they don't. Derrick Henry's been doing this for at least a decade now.
He's a LeBron of the running backs. Did you look at him the other night? Do you see how his body looks? That dude is gut. See an ounce of fat on him. I think he's 6'4". He's like 240. But Jeff, he don't look, you know what I'm saying? He don't look fat or nothing. Look like you could put 50 pounds on him, man. But that dude is big.
You know, Derrick Henry reminds me of. He reminds me of. I don't know if you ever played Tecmo Bowl. The video. He reminds me of Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl. Just bounce off of Bo and Tecmo Bowl. And he would go on these 90-yard touchdown runs, these 8-yard. The guys would just bounce off of him. That's Derrick Henry.
He had a bad fumble the other night. But man, yeah, he had a bad fumble.
Did you see the couple of long touchdowns he had? And have you seen Derrick Henry's off-season training?
I've seen it.
He runs uphill.
He is the LeBron James
of
the running backs. What is he, 30? 31 years old?
That's old in running back years.
Ooh, man.
That's old.
Jeff, does he look like he's slowing down? Does Derrick Henry look like he's slowing down any bit?
No.
He was running roughshod the other night, man.
I'm looking at and I'm like, you know, the Cowboys could have had him.
Yes, he lives in Dallas. In the off season, he was a free agent.
That's why waiting on the call, holding his phone because he was gonna say yes to Jerry. Waiting, and Jerry never called.
And could you see him with the Dolphins? He's a Florida boy too. He's from up there, right around Jacksonville. Could you see him lined up in the eye with the Dolphins?
I would hate to have to tackle him.
Nobody wants to tackle him, man. You
know who used to scare me and 2 guys scared me in college football when I was growing up. 2 guys. One was Tyrone Wheatley at Michigan.
Wheatley?
Tyrone Wheatley at Michigan would run over you.
Okay,
and
who's the other guy?
And by you. The other was on defense. Yes, and he played for our arch rival, Florida State Seminoles, and his name is Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones, number 55 from Florida State.
Okay, Shade Tree.
Shade Tree. And Marvin Jones is one of my best friends. Like, we're really, really good friends whenever he's in town. He's coaching in some kind of semi-league now, but Marvin Jones almost killed he almost killed one of our wide receivers. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, he hit one of our guys, and in that same game, I think we almost killed one of theirs.
Kamara ran over.
Yeah,
Kamara ran over.
we almost killed him.
It was the kid from Homestead.
Michael Barrow almost killed him.
Michael Barrow. They used to hit so hard.
I know.
So hard. And when our running backs, I don't remember who our running backs were back then, but I would see Marvin Jones just with the dark helmet and the visor, and I see movies like The Program, and those
Shade
football
Tree.
movies,
Yeah.
and you see Marvin Jones lurking, and like, oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Hey, man. Let me tell you about Florida State, man. They have so many bad dudes that came from South Florida that played for them.
Yeah.
I could just name you an all-star team. These are Dade County, Broward County. What's down there? Monroe? Is that down there where Key West? These guys all went to Florida State, bypassed us. Shade Tree is one. Bless his soul. Derek Thomas is another one. I remember Corey Sawyer. I keep
Derek
going. Dennis McKinnon. So many
Thomas-
dudes. Oh, I
Thomas
remember big,
went to Alabama.
but he's from South Miami.
Yeah.
Derek Thomas.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a beast.
All them dudes in Shade Tree. That's from Miami, brother. Didn't he go to Miami High or Jackson at Shade Tree? He went to Florida State, man.
I think he went to Northwestern.
Northwestern, okay.
Yeah.
Shade Tree, yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah,
But
he went to schools in the city, and he'd knock your head off, man.
he
Number-
would knock you unconscious.
Number 55. Was he
Yeah.
55? Yeah.
Yeah.
Shade Tree. Yeah.
They
You had
trees.
you had to have your head on a swivel going across the middle.
Dude, I would not go over the middle with Marvin Jones playing, man.
No, man.
I look at the coach and be like, nah, man.
I told people this when I moved to Michigan. And I remember this is like 91. Michigan came up to play they came to play Florida State went to play Michigan at the big house. They're like, Fitz, we're gonna beat Florida State. I said, brother, Florida State ain't nothing but a miracle, is a mirror image of Miami. I said, they gonna whoop y'all. They said, what? I said, man, they got too many weapons for you guys. I think Florida State scored like 50 up in the big house. I said, the reason why our games are so close, I said, the teams mirror each other. They the same big linebackers and cornerbacks and linemen. You could take the uniform of Florida State, you could put a U on it, or you could take the old Miami and put the arrow. You couldn't tell them apart.
Yeah. That used to be the game in college football.
Oh my God.
That used to be the game. That game was nationally televised.
National.
And everybody wanted to be those teams.
They would be ranked every year. Remember, Miami would score 40 on somebody, Florida State would score 40, but when they play each other, 16-13.
Yeah.
17-16. Be like, why don't they score? Well, there's about 18 NFL players on the field at one time. I mean, just loaded.
Yeah. That's why I want Florida State to be good again. And
they ain't got them dudes like they used. They're winning right now, but that wasn't the Alabama team we used to seeing. That I know we talked about Mike McDaniel. That guy's in trouble.
Give
Alabama
credit to Florida State, though. Give credit. I know you're
no.
And see, it's not in your DNA.
No, I'm looking at it.
Your DNA. You can't do it.
I know when they have a good team. That team they had a couple years ago that they shorted, that was a good team. That was a good Florida State team. They did them wrong. That was a real good team.
Yeah.
They did them wrong. Now, that team that beat Alabama, just like we're talking about Mike McDaniel, they're talking about Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah.
That Alabama looks soft.
Yeah, they're ready to run him out of town.
Florida State did not beat one of those Alabama teams from 3-4 years ago. No, the team they beat the other night.
So in conclusion here, Fitz, we've come to the conclusion that the Miami Dolphins should fire Chris Greer, fire Mike McDaniel, trade Tyreek Hill, accumulate some draft picks, and start the hell over. And as we've seen in this league, you don't have to be crappy for long to start over. Look at the Packers. The Packers are in the top 4 team in this league right now. They were down for a minute, but not very long. Could it be? Could this be the route that the Miami Dolphins must take? Get rid of.
I'm not sure though. The owner, Stephen Ross, is really a football guy and has the wherewithal to do that. I think as long as he keeps selling out and getting good crowds at Hard Rock, I don't think he'll do it. What you and I are talking about, I have to see it to believe it.
Yeah, they have to do it. The Dolphins have been a laughing stock for a long time. Remember Bullygate? Remember Bullygate when?
Yes, the lineman
that was
issue.
embarrassing.
Yeah, that was the start of it. Yeah, it's been soft.
They've been a laughing stock for a long time.
Yeah,
As have my Raiders, Magic City. Except, I think we have good reason to be optimistic. My Raiders, I'm talking about, because we have Pete Carroll, we have Skip Kelly, and we have Geno Smith, who's arguably one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. You know, they're not great at wide receivers, but they're great at tight end. And what's the quarterback's best friend besides the running game? The tight end.
And the Raiders have one of the better defensive linemen in the league that anybody would take, Max Crosby.
Yep.
He is, I can't think about it in Miami. That's Max Crosby. Like, can you playing defensive line?
We may be we might come up fourth in the AFC West, but you know, we may not make the playoffs, but we're going to be a hard team to beat.
It's a good division, man.
Raiders, when you play the Raiders, you're going to realize you've been in a football game, and that's what the Miami Dolphins have to change.
The Raiders are in a much better division than the Dolphins. That's
too easy.
Tough division. Yeah,
it was too easy for the Colts. They're the Colts. They're not the Packers or the Chargers or the Eagles or the Chiefs. They're the Colts. The quarterback is Daniel Jones.
And how about this? The only reason Jones is starting is because the other guy was hurt. The guy I remember from Florida, they drafted that kid.
Anthony Richardson, and
he's hurt. That's why Jones was starting, because Richardson would be the guy.
Well, Jones is actually they're having more confidence in Jones now.
But
Richardson is not hurt. He just lost.
Okay.
He just lost the job.
Well, they drafted him high though, Jeff. That's a lot. I thought some of his injuries and stuff too, but now maybe they might cut bait with him. But they owe him a lot of money. They owe Richardson a lot of money. I think he went 5th in the draft. Didn't he go 4th or 5th?
He's a top quarterback. I don't remember where he was drafted, but I don't know. He's not working out though.
Yeah,
not working out. The Cowboys' backup, I forgot his name, but they had a pretty good backup, black quarterback.
The kid that
Milton,
came from
Milton.
Oh, Joe Milton from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
I like him.
Michigan. Okay,
I like him. There are some guys around the league that have potential in the right system. Tua is not your guy here long term, unless Mike McDaniel can somehow duplicate year one. And from what everybody in the league is saying, the book is out.
The book is out.
And the Miami Dolphins. The gimmick offense, the quick passes, ain't happening no more.
Jeff, you
They're not
called it.
built for this. They're not built for this.
The book is out.
Yeah.
They said just play tough with them. They may have better talent than us, but if we just play tough, fourth quarter will get them.
Yep.
Because they're not going to want to hit in the fourth quarter. And like I said, man, perception becomes reality.
Yeah. Yeah. We getting ready to get about here, man, because Football Friday is coming up soon. We will do our predictions on a Football Friday. I did want to show you one more clip, Fitz, and that's there was a fight. I don't know if you saw this fight. People tend to lose their minds when football season comes around.
Oh.
They tend to lose their minds and act like complete thugs. And I'm just glad that these people weren't black. These were some white folks, but the way they acted, I think this was at the Houston Texans and the Rams game. A massive fight, way up in the air. First of all, I wouldn't do that because you could fall over the railing and cancel Christmas if you do. Like that's it. It's over.
Before you show this clip, you've got a lot of nerve about the fighting used to go on with the Raiders. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Are you kidding me?
My first Raider game was a playoff game against the New York Jets. I had on my Raider gear. I'll tell you what the Mexican guys told me. You know what they told me? Do not stand near the Jets fans.
Yes,
you know why? Because you get hit with a battery.
Yes.
You get hit with a beer bottle. Like they don't play that shit in the black hole in Oakland.
When they were in Oakland, before they went to LA, but just in Oakland,
yeah,
they wear a opponent jersey in that stadium, Oakland Alameda. No, this
Don't
is the 70s, bruh. Raiders
don't do it.
Fight. They've been fighting forever. You gotta
look at this shit, man. Look at this. The Texans Rams game. That was the end of it. Did you see that lady's face?
Yes. Jeff,
I had the full fight. I guess I cut the wrong clip.
That's okay.
Man, I don't have it because she got beat up. Remember, I used to watch wrestling when I was a kid. End up Gordon Soley. His face is a crimson mask.
It's wide open.
Wide open.
I love football, and you and I love the platform on this show. And I keep saying about fans. Jeff, this is the one thing we were talking about. They say, you guys are overreacting. Fans do what you just showed.
Yeah.
They get that alcohol in them. They lose perspective on things.
Yep.
And that's the one dangerous thing about sports. And it's in hockey, it's in basketball. These folks be in these stands and they really take it a little too serious.
Yeah.
And they get caught up. But that lady was bleeding.
All over her face.
Yeah.
All over.
And she was in a opponent jersey too.
Yep. And I saw the whole fight. I meant to show it to you guys, but I cut the wrong clip. But in a way,
that was enough.
A guy did that to her. A guy.
Yeah. They did. Jeff, didn't someone get beat to death about 2 years ago? Was it a Jets game or something? They caught him. It was after the game or something. It was something they arrested those fans or something for. I thought it was about 2 years ago. Huh.
Yeah, that
This
concerns me.
yeah.
I was in the tailgate at a Canes, and this doesn't usually happen, but I was at a Canes Florida State tailgate and a fight broke out. And I'm telling you, man, the crowd was running one way and then the other way, and bottles were being thrown, and people were getting their
Yeah,
heads busted. Like, it was bad.
it is.
I don't want to be in that situation ever.
It's horrible. That's the one downside that I
Oh,
see with the sports is the fans. We were at Ohio State game years ago. Randy Shannon was the coach. Ohio State won the game. They beat Miami. They both were like ranked in top 20. I remember Terrell Pryor was a quarterback. We just were walking, and I'm older. And some young guy is screaming the N word and mofo at me and my boy.
mhm.
Some college, I'm somebody 18, 19. I'm like,
Yeah,
he don't even know who we are.
yeah,
Because we had a Miami hat on. Now again, he could know he has to know we're adults in our 40s. This
right.
guy's 18, 19, some kid. Mofo, you in and this is in Columbus, Ohio. And I'm like, we kept our cool. We walked out because I said to him, I said, man, we could just we could break this kid in half.
Yeah,
Just
it
he
ain't
was
worth it.
and this team won. How about this? They won.
Yeah, ain't worth it, man.
Fans.
Hey, man, we get ready to get up out of here. Thanks to our sponsors, 305-800-PAIN, Manny Diaz and the boys, the fine folks. If you ever get an offender bender, slip on a banana peel on your job, anything can happen. Some Dolphin fan might inadvertently push you from the back trying to get out of the stadium, after a loss. Call them up, man. 305-800-PAIN. Never know what can happen.
Sure, stop.
I know. Big game tomorrow night, man. Packers and Commanders. Hey, man.
They run you over on your way to the stands. Get out of the stadium.
Call
800-PAIN.
They
You can run over.
Cannot win with them.
Exactly. They can't win.
If you've been run over by a Dolphin fan on your way out of the stadium when they're losing, call us.
For real, man.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Yeah, we understand that.
Oh, he's so foul.
Yeah,
Man.
He's foul for real.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry.
I'll see you later.
Devin, I've been saying I wasn't sure of many things going into the season. One thing I was sure of is the Dolphins were going to struggle because I don't think this talk, because it's just talk. It's not action. It's talk. We're going to talk. Well, we're going to change the culture. We're going to do this. And it never changes.
What the hell is he talking about? Maybe he's on a different level, McGenius guy, whatever the hell he is, nerd boy. But anyway, their team has no respect for the coach. They play like that. They're like, come on, man, get us a dang guy in here. Where's the physicality of this team? What did you say?
They're soft. They're soft.
They're soft. I'm with you on that. Every part of their football team. They have tons of talent on this team. Daniel, we were talking, that's why you picked them to win.
What I wanted to speak about was the journalists like Chicago Sports Media. Is it you guys' job to help the fan out, to give us a lead as far as what's going on with the team? Because what we're seeing with Caleb Williams right now and what David Hall's been preaching for so long is that we had our guy, Danny Parkins, all these guys. You guys made it seem like as Chicago Bears fans, we had our guy. And now I'm listening to David Hall when you just said we got our coach, we got our quarterback, and he's now being smug and saying, oh, okay, but you shoved it down our face. For last year, we had Justin Fields that he wasn't our guy. If I got to lean on you guys for talent evaluation, I'm dead in the water. Brad Biggs looks like he can't catch a pass, let alone throw a pass, but he's telling me all day long who's a good quarterback and who's not. For Chicago to change around, we need new journalism and new analysts as far as Chicago sports media goes, because you guys are pathetic.
Thanks, Kevin.
The Jeff Fox Show, brought to you by Remix Sports Media.